Hello everybody, this is Celesta Matthews and today we are going to see some programs in shell scripting that is based upon your conditional statements. So here are the 5 questions. We'll discuss them one by one. The first one is to find the greatest of the 3 numbers. So I'll just show you the code. Just a minute. So here is the code. What we have done is we have just taken the input from the users as 1, 2 and 3. After that we have checked if the first number is greater than the second number and the third number, then the greatest number is the first number, otherwise it is the third number. Otherwise the other condition is if the second number is greater than the third number, then the greatest number is the second number, otherwise it's the third number. So it's very simple. What you have to do to execute is to press escape, shift colon and then WQ. In order to run the program, I'll say sh space filename.sh. So it has asked me for 3 numbers. I'll say 3, 7 and 2. So the output is 7. Okay, the next question, just a minute. So my next question is to check whether the given number is a palindrome or not. So in order to check that, what I do is, first of all, I get the input from the user. I save it into some other variable, that is org, which stands for original. After that, what I do is I find out modulus it with 10 so that I can get the remainder. And now the actual number is divided by 10, as you can see over here. So if it was a 4-digit number, you will have only the first 3 digits of it inside A now. Okay, so what you do is, after that, whatever number I have, that is the number reverse of the number that I have to find. I take that, I multiply that by 10 and then I add it to the remainder. So if my last number, say my number was 123, I get 3 inside the REM and inside A I have only 1 and 2. Now for the number, I say that the number, that is 3 into 10, which gives me 30. And when I add 30 into the last number, that is 2, so I get 32. Like in the same way you can get it 321. So after that I check if both these numbers are saved. If yes, then print palindrome. If not, then print not palindrome. So just press escape, shift colon WQ. In order to execute, I'll say sh space q4.sh, enter a number, I say 153 and it says not a palindrome number. So instead, if I give 121, it will give me that it's a palindrome number. Okay, so my next question is to check whether the given number is an Armstrong number or not. So I'll open the file, I'll say vi space q17.sh. Here is the program. I have to check if it's an Armstrong number or not. So what I have to do is I have to take out the cube. Suppose if it's 153, it's actually an Armstrong number. So what I have to say is 1 cube plus 5 cube plus 3 cube must be equal to 153. So as we did earlier, I am copying it into another variable and then I'm finding out the last number. So 153, that means inside the remainder I'll get 3. And sum is initialized to 0. So it will be 0 plus 3 into 3 into 3, that is my 27. Yeah, so I'll get 27, which will be stored inside this. And 153 when divided by 10 will give you only 15. So that number is stored inside A and the loop continues like that. After that, I'll check if the sum is equal to the original number. If yes, print Armstrong. And if no, then print not Armstrong. Sorry, this is a mistake. It's not palindrome, it's Armstrong. So we'll execute and see this. So we have to say sh space q17.sh. I'll say 153 and it prints that it's an Armstrong number. So my next question is to check whether the given number is prime or not. For that, I will open my second question, q2.sh. Now here is the program to check if it's a prime number or not. So what I do over here is I take the input from the user, I initialize I at 1. Now I have to run the loop from I to that particular number. So after that, what I do is I have to check if it's divisible or not. So what happens whenever I is there? I is suppose 1. So what I do, I don't have to take 1, I have to take the very next number. Okay, so just a minute. I'm sorry, that was the wrong program. This is the program for the prime number. So I take the input from the user, I set a flag to 0, and I say if I is equal to 2, then I run the loop. I start from 2, that means. So if I have a number, say 10, then that 10 has to be divided by 2. Okay, it's divisible, so it enters this if statement, flag is set to 1, and then it's a break statement. So it comes out of the while loop, and now over here if flag is equal to 0, so actually my flag is equal to 1 now, so it won't enter over here, and so it will print it's not prime. So we'll see how it works. Escape shift colon WQ. I have to say sh space q3 dot sh, enter a number, say 23, and shows that it's a prime number. So my next question over here is to sort n numbers into ascending or descending order. So over here I'll make use of arrays. So I'll say vi space, the file name is sorting.sh. Here is the program. What I do is I ask the user to enter the size of the array, and after that in order to enter the array elements I run a while loop a, that is starting from 0 up to the size of the array, and I'll say read arr and then $a, that means at array and element number. $a represents your position. So after that a is incremented to 1. You can even use your for loop over here. Now after that I'm printing whatever is the condition of the array before sorting. So I say echo $arr star, that means it will print all the elements inside that array. After that when I'm sorting, I have to do this. See, I have 2 while loops over here. I have initialized I to 0 and j to I plus 1. That means over here in the next statement, the if statement, I am comparing the 0th element with the first element. So while comparing like this, I can get whatever element is the smallest one. So that smallest element is kept in the front, and then I is increased. So now I is pointing to 1, and 1 will be compared to the value at position 2. So this is how this loop goes on. Now if you find an element that is greater than array at j, so what you have to do is you have to swap. So I have taken that value into a temporary variable, and array at I is initialized to array at j, and array at j is initialized to temporary variable. So swapping is done over here. After that j is incremented, and in the outer loop I is also incremented. Now for the printing the ascending order, I just print this, and for descending order I print the reverse of it. So now we'll see how it works. Size, I'll say 4. The number 7, 3, 5, 1 here. So it shows me the ascending order and the descending order. So I hope you understood the program. Thank you.